ਧੰਨ ਧੰਨ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ, ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ। ਧੰਨ ਧੰਨ ਪੰਜ ਪਿਆਰਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਹਜ਼ੂਰੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਜੁੜ ਬੈਠੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਗੁਰੂ ਪਿਆਰੀ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ। ਆਓ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਫਤਿਹ ਬੁਲਾਈਏ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ, the King of Kings, has allowed us to gather on this day, as we do every year for the last 31 years, to remember and celebrate the Shaheeds of 1984 who spilt their blood defending our home, Sachkhand Sri Harmandir Sahib, Takht Sri Akal Takht Sahib, while the government of India at that time sent their forces to attack to try and finish Sikhi and the Khalsa Panth. We've heard many speakers and they've talked about the different reasons why we must not forget and not stop fighting for our freedom. We've heard the atrocities that have been upon us for the last 30 years. But these atrocities started when our first Guru, Jot Roop Har Aap, Guru Nanak Kahayo, Tan Sahib Sri Guru Nanak Dev Sahib Ji, the embodiment of Akal Purkh Waheguru, came to this earth to save his humanity. Those atrocities started when they came to this earth. And they stood themselves and showed a stance against oppression when they called Babar a Jabbar when he attacked the north of India. Sahib Sri Guru Nanak Dev Sahib Ji gave their giraftari, and as we know, we have many Sikh prisoners in jails who have fought for justice over the last so many years, who are not being given their freedom. Sri Guru Nanak Dev Sahib Ji gave their own giraftari and then freed prisoners themselves. They were the first Bandi Shor Date. But why should we be fighting for freedom when Sahib Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji in 1699 created the Khalsa Panth? They created a Qaum, a Panth, a nation, a brother sisterhood. They created one family, and they gave us freedom on that date, as all the teachings of all our gurus culminated at that point at Anandpur Sahib, Takht Sri Kesgarh Sahib. But the teachings of our gurus have gone through all 10. We don't feel that this Sant Sipahi, saint soldier that we are, came from Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji. Sri Guru Nanak Dev Sahib Ji, through all the 10 gurus, gave us that message. And a message we can take away from Sri Guru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji, our 5th Guru, whose Shahidi we've celebrated in these last few days, and whose Shahidi it was in those days when Sri Harmandir Sahib was attacked, so that government could try and finish the Khalsa Panth. Sri Guru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji showed the ways of why and how we can fight for freedom. There was a time when Sulhi Khan wanted to attack Harmandir Sahib and Amritsar and finish the Sikhs. Sri Guru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji showed one way where they did aradhana to Akal Purkh Waheguru, and we know that through the Shabad Sulhi Te Narayan Rakh. So we can sit at home and we can pray to Waheguru. In other words, we can become true saints. We can become true saints and followers of our faith. The teachings of our faith are given to us by Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji. So we come here year on year celebrating and commemorating the Shaheeds. But if we take that teaching of Sri Guru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji, we must follow the teachings of our Guru. If we want freedom, if we want to be free around the world, we must make a stand, and we must be free to be able to have freedom of speech, but also free to practice our faith. We must be able to stand high and wear the dastar on our head when no one points at us and tries to take it off. We should be free to be able to wear our karpanna around our bodies and the rest of the Panchakakar. Sri Guru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji has showed that way. By becoming a true saint, we can become free. Then at the same time, they showed their way through seva and sacrifice. Gursikh in their times sacrificed their time. Baba Santaram Ji was the first sacrifice Shaheed who stood for his faith and freedom. But then Shaheedan de Sartaj, Sri Guru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji, sat on a tatti tavi. So when Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji said to our mothers, "In putran ke sees par var diye sut char muye to kya paya jeevat lakh hajar," they were talking about us, their children, so we could live in hundreds and thousands for eternity. But within us, there are special Gursikhs who continue to fight and sacrifice their lives, their physical lives. And those were the Gursikhs on the early days of June in 1984. They sacrificed their lives so we can be here today. The commemoration that we're having of them, the remembrance, the fight for justice and freedom that we continue to do, are because they gave their lives, and they were not the only ones. We've had shaheeds since the first day in our Qaum. Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji created a Qaum that is not scared to stand up against atrocities. They created a Panth that is not fearful of any attack, because we are the children of the Almighty. We are the Khalsa. But we must try and live up to be the Khalsa. We must try not now, after so many years, and we hear each other sometimes saying, it's been 30 years, let us forget about 1984. That's an old story. We must never forget about any of our shaheeds, because it was the drops of their blood that is allowing us to live today. So we all can commemorate them by living in the way they gave their sacrifices for, the living in the way of the true Khalsa. And Shahidan de Sartaj, Sri Guru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji, if we feel the first Gurus were saints and they didn't fight, and we sometimes say we are Guru Nanak Dev Sahib Ji Sikhs, or we are Guru Angad Dev Sahib Ji Sikhs, we're not the Sikhs of Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji because they took up arms. Well, if we don't know, it was Sri Guru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji that sent the message to Miri Piri de Malak, Sri Guru Har Gobind Sahib Ji, to take arms. It was Sri Guru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji that said, you must now wear two kirpans, one of Miri and one of Piri. Piri being the saintly side and Miri being the temporal side. The saint soldier message was given by Sri Guru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji. And Sri Guru Har Gobind Sahib Ji fought in 4 battles. But not only did they fight, they also used other tactics. They even met the king, the emperor of India at the time. So there are many sevadars within us today. We're not all going to be lucky and be blessed with that shahidi that those Singhs gave in 1984. We won't all be blessed that we can give our cease and fight with our cease on our hands like Shaheed Baba Deep Singh Sahib Ji. We won't all be blessed like that. But the Gurus have showed us different sevas we can do. We can stand and we can make our word be heard. And as long as our word is heard, then we can never be oppressed. If we are to go away from here, a true Sardanjali of our Sikh Shaheed brothers and sisters are that we live the lives that the Gurus gave us. If we can't live up to the Khalsa Rahat, if we can't take Amrit, because we sing those nare about Sant Jarnail Singh Ji Pindra Wale, that their soch is that what we're going to live to. Their prachar that they did all through those years pre-84 was about keeping our case, staying away from nashe, stopping to drink sharab, and joining the Khalsa Panth. Now these actions, what governments do, where they spread alcohol and drugs to finish a nation, that is not to finish a nation economically. That has been spread in Punjab to finish our taram, because those are the things that we are told to refrain from. So if we want to stand for freedom, we should stand in the face of those nashe and say we are not going to take those nashe. We should stand in the face of the barbers who cut our hair and we say we're going to keep our hair. That is the first personal step we can all take. But then when we all have walked on that path and given our spiritual head and joined the Khalsa Panth, then we must stand up like those Singhs and be ready to give our sacrifice, whether it is with our body, whether it is with our mind, whether it is with our wealth. In the past few days, as Bapu Surat Singh Ji is fighting to free, he's using a method to show that we're still gulam, that we're still prisoners. He's still showing that by having on his hunger strike that is nearly reached 150 days, he's showing we are still not free. We cannot still live freely, not only in India, but all over the world. Because we are not allowed in certain places to wear the dastar, and we're certainly not allowed to wear our karpanna. And we are always mocked for having hair, whether we are male or female. But Bapu Surat Singh is showing that freedom in that way. The Shaheeds in 84 showed by sacrificing their bodies. But the main thing is, in the past few days, Sahib Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji, the King of Kings, the form of Almighty on this earth, their saroops are still being shaheed. They are still giving their own sacrifice, just like our brothers and sisters over these past few days. And Bhai Jaspal Singh a few years earlier, from the Sangat, still Sangat are being shaheed, but Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji gives their shaheedi constantly. In the last few days, in Jalandhar, Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji has been shaheed. In the few weeks previous to that, Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji was shaheed in the area of Taran Taran. In a few days ago, Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Swaroop in that great shaheed pinned in Bodh Singhwala's pinned, Sri Guru Granth Sahib's Swaroop was taken, but nobody knows. That message doesn't come out. So if we're not ready to join the Khalsa Panth, we must at least make a promise that one day we will. One day we will keep our hair. We will refrain from those nashe. But those of us, whether we are in the Panth today or not, we must stand. If we want true freedom, we must show freedom that our Guru is the King of Kings. And where a beadbi is happening of our Guru, we can stand and fight for them. Because if a King of Kings is being disrespected, then their Qawm will always be disrespected. When our Guru is being shaheed, it is really a test to us. Sri Guru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji, when they sat on a Tatti Tavi, they were testing their Khalsa. When Sri Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji gave their cease, and Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji asked that how many Sikhs were there, did they not stop that shaheedi? And Pai Rangreta, Guru Ka Beta, he couldn't answer. I couldn't see any Sikhs in the crowd. We are being tested. And still to this day, Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Swaroops are being shaheed, and we are all being tested. So I'm not saying it to you, I'm saying all of us as a nation, we are all being tested. Because any government, any agency will test the strength of a Qawm, of a nation, by attacking their father, by attacking their king. If our king is still being attacked, then we are nothing. If we go away, at least today, we must think on whatever level our king is being attacked, whether it's from an external force and whether it's from an internal force within ourselves, we must stand. Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji is not just a collection of scriptures. They are Vaho Vaho Bani Nirankar hai tis Jevad Avarna Koi. There's nothing brabar to Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji and any Bani written by our Gurus on this earth in all this creation. So every single one of us should go away. If we want to give a true Sarjanjali, if we really want to commemorate the Shaheeds, that's what they stood for. The disrespect they couldn't bear of Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. If we are all to go away, at least today, we must make a promise within ourselves that we will never let the disrespect to Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji happen. And when the world knows that the Khalsa Panth is strong and Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji is being respected in all countries from external forces as well as our internal forces, then our Qawm will have the chance to become free. We must never stop. In the early days of the Khalsa, it took many, many years before our Khalsa Raj was formed. I have faith, and I'm sure many of you have as well, that one day Raj karega Khalsa, Aki rahe na khoye, khwar hoye sab milenge, bache sharan jo hoye. The Khalsa is going to Raj. But what we've got to make sure is we've got to be part of that Khalsa, and when the opportunity comes, we are ready to take it. So we must get ready ourselves, politically, socially, and more importantly, spiritually. When we are ready, when this opportunity arises, like it arose in the early 1700s, and they pounced on the Mughal forces and the Afghani forces, and the Khalsa made their Raj, we will have an opportunity as well. It will come in our lifetime. We will have the opportunity, but let's make sure we are ready. Let's make sure our king is treated like the king, and when the opportunity arises, we are ready spiritually, morally, physically, socially, economically, and then let us pounce for that Raj, because when the day that Raj comes, it won't be a political leader's Raj, it will be a true Raj of the Khalsa, as Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji wanted it. If I've made any mistakes, sharing some history, or if I've offended anybody, I beg for forgiveness. You, the Sadh Sangat, can bless us. You can bless all of us, that we can live to the way that the Khalsa was meant to live, whichever level we are in our spirituality. And if we can all do a prayer to Sahib Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji, our father, that he gives us that blessing so we become the Khalsa. Once we become the Khalsa, jab lag Khalsa rahe niyara, tab lag tej diyo main sara. Jab eh gahe bipran ki reet, main na karo inki parteet. We've come to these outer countries, and sometimes we forget and we say it's not our problem. That problem's in India. We've seen Singhs getting shaheed in these last few days. We assimilate ourselves too much. It's not to say that we shouldn't integrate, but maybe we shouldn't assimilate. Integration and assimilation is two different things. It's when we assimilate ourselves, we lose our teachings, and then we are not Nayara, we are going to Ulti Reet, and then we won't get our support from our father. If we stay Nayara, if we stay on those teachings, then Sahib Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji, our father, will support us, will protect us, and then when that opportunity comes, then we must pounce on it and we will get that Khalsa Raj. ਇੰਨੀਆਂ ਬੇਨਤੀਆਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋਏ ਦਾਸ ਖਿਮਾ ਦਾ ਜਾਚਕ ਬਣਦਾ ਹੈ। ਆਓ ਫਤਿਹ ਬੁਲਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।
ਸਤਿ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ।